There's a finding in the new McKinsey and Business of Fashion State of Fashion 2026 report that's half true and half incomplete. Let me show you which is which. I'm Dennis Sauer, Italian fabric agent based in Prato. I sell to brand-side buyers in Germany, Austria, Switzerland, Belgium, and the Netherlands. I sit between the mill and the buyer. Today, both sides have a problem. Let's read what McKinsey says first. State of Fashion 2026, McKinsey with BoF Insights, published end of last year with data holding up through Q1. 3 numbers worth your attention. 46% of the fashion executives surveyed expect 2026 to be worse than 2025. That's 8 points worse than what they said the year before. 76% say tariffs will be the defining issue of this year. And inside this turbulence, the report's headline finding is the one I read out a minute ago. The mid-market is the fastest growing segment of fashion, and it is replacing luxury as the main creator of value for the industry. The report is also clear on the why. For roughly 10 years, luxury houses raised prices without a matching upgrade in product quality, design, or creativity. The price went up. The product stayed flat. Meanwhile, the mid-market, the elevated end of contemporary, improved design, store experience, and quality without raising prices in the same proportion. Customers who felt squeezed out by luxury pricing moved sideways and downward. They didn't go cheap. They went to a more rational ratio between what they pay and what they get. That's the claim. That's the why. Now let me check it. I want to be honest with you, because this is where most commentary goes wrong. Most people read a McKinsey report and just repeat it. I'm an agent. I sit between 2 sides of the supply chain, the buyer and the mill. From my territory, I can confirm part of the McKinsey claim, and I have to add the part the report doesn't tell you, what I can confirm. The mid-market premium clients in my territory, Germany, Austria, Switzerland, Belgium, the Netherlands, are active. They're taking options. They're placing production orders. The optimism is on the buying side, not just on a McKinsey slide. That's all I'll say. I don't quote my clients. What McKinsey does not say, and what I have to add. The other end of the chain, the mills, the producers, the people who actually make the fabric, is bleeding. The numbers are public. In Italy, textile, clothing, and leather production fell 6.6% in the first 8 months of 2025, according to Confindustria Moda. That's more than 5 points worse than the rest of Italian manufacturing. In the second quarter of 2025 alone, 11 companies in our sector closed every working day, according to Confartigianato data. The Prato Textile District, where I work, has a historic mill, Manifattura del Casentino, that went on full extraordinary unemployment scheme last July. Confindustria Moda projects that by 2030, the Italian fashion sector could lose 19 billion euros in revenue, 35,000 jobs, and 4,600 companies if nothing changes. In Turkey, where part of my supply comes from, the picture is harder. Total textile and apparel exports dropped 23.6% from the 2022 peak. In Bursa, the Turkish district I source from, factories are halting or running at 30 to 40% capacity. About 300,000 jobs have been lost in the Turkish textile industry over the last 2 years. So here is the picture I see. That McKinsey alone doesn't give you in full. Mid-market is growing on the brand side. The mill side that supplies it, in part Italian, in part Turkish, is under serious pressure right now. Some of the fabric your favorite mid-market brand uses today comes from a mill that's running at half capacity or facing CIGS or won't be in business in 12 months. Not all of them, but enough that it's a structural risk. McKinsey does point to supplier pressure in general terms. They say smaller players face mounting pressure. What they don't put on the table are the specific numbers I just gave you. Italian production minus 6.6. 11 companies a day closing in our sector. Bursa at 30 to 40% capacity. Those numbers come from Confindustria Moda, from Confartigianato, from Turkish industry data, not from the McKinsey report. What I still cannot say from my desk, whether luxury brands themselves are losing market share or just slowing temporarily, I don't see directly. The luxury accounts in my territory are running their normal sampling cycles. There is no panic on the brand side crossing my screen this quarter. The macro data, LVMH, Kering, Hermes quarterly results say luxury is under pressure, but that's macro, not field. From where I sit on the buyer side, not visible yet. So I'd write the headline more carefully than McKinsey did. Mid-market is clearly stronger on the buying side. Luxury, harder to read from my desk. And the mill base that feeds both, in Italy and Turkey, is in real distress. And that's the part the report doesn't tell you. If you make collections, sell fabrics, or buy them, hit like and the bell. I check the news of the day against what I actually see before I tell you what to think. Back to it. McKinsey says mid-market replaces luxury as the main value creator. From the buyer side, I confirm it. The mid-market is healthy, active, optimistic. From the luxury brand side, I don't see the crash yet. Maybe next quarter, maybe not. And from the mill side, the part of the chain McKinsey didn't write about, Italy and Turkey are bleeding. 11 Italian companies in our sector close every working day. Bursa is running at a third of capacity. That's not a forecast. That's the present tense. If you take one thing from this video, take this. The supply chain that makes the optimistic mid-market collection possible is fighting for its life upstream. McKinsey points to supplier pressure broadly. The specific numbers on Italy and Turkey, those are mine to put on the table. I'll keep tracking these numbers as they evolve through the season. When something changes on either side, buyer or mill, I'll tell you. I'm Dennis Sauer. See you in the next one.